We're excited to bring on Griff McClellan. Griff, what do you got for us?
Thanks, Dylan and Jonna. It's great to be here. And what better time of the year for college basketball fans? March Madness is coming up sooner and sooner by the day, and Selection Sunday is just a few days from now.
Cowboys, and welcome once again to the Oiler Ice Center in Tulsa. I'm Griff McClellan. Tonight is senior night for the Cowboys, which should be a pretty physical matchup with the New Mexico Lobos for the second night in a row. Thomas, it's senior night. What does this game and this night mean to you and your teammates?
It means a lot. A lot of the seniors are, it's going to be the last couple games that they're playing before they start with their real careers and everything.
Welcome to this week's edition of the Poke Report, your home for all things OSU athletics. I'm Griff McClellan.
And I'm Tony Wetmore, and we are here outside Gallagher-Iba Arena.
There is a lot to be excited about at GIA this season, not just basketball, but with wrestling as well. I can't wait to see what both these teams have in store this season. Tony, did you know that on average, soccer players run 7 miles per game?
Wow, I haven't played since middle school, but that sounds to be about right.
When we return, we're going to look at how student athletes manage their mental health, as well as all things football. Stay tuned.
What's your favorite part of homecoming, Griff?
I gotta say, the annual Homecoming in Hoops is an iconic event, as well as all these signs. It's an incredible display, as well as the Orange Fountain. It's hard to beat all that. I like the Cowboys at home, folks. Give me 30-27 OSU in an all-time classic in the final Bedlam match.
Today we are at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, covering the Big 12 Championship. Remember to stay tuned all day. We'll have coverage throughout. We are now inside AT&T Stadium, getting ready for the game. As you see, pregame warm-ups are in full swing. Go Pokes! Stay tuned throughout the game for more coverage.
I'm here with Coulter Clevenger following a 17-1 rout in Game 1 at Houston. Coulter, your initial reaction from tonight?
Well, I mean, games like this obviously wasn't the best competition, but you kind of got to not play down to their level and make sure we're doing the right fundamentals right.
It's a wrap from Friday night. In Game 1 of this 2-game series, Oklahoma State dominates Houston 17-1. 3 different Cowboys score a hat trick, and many other multiple goal scorers round out the score sheet. Joined by OSU captain Jacob Thompson. Jacob, what is the team's mentality going into tonight following a dominant 16-point win last night?
Yeah, same mentality as last night. It's important to stick to our systems when we're playing kind of a team like this.
OSU loses its 4th game of the season, but still a remarkable effort this season led by Ollie Gordon, who had a season for the ages. OSU comes up short of its ultimate goal, but still has a lot to be proud of. OSU now sets its sights on the Texas Bowl as they prepare to face the Texas A&M Aggies in a rematch of the Bowl 4 years ago when Texas A&M won 24-21. Cowgirl star to watch is senior Caroline Wong, who is batting .375 this season with 54 hits, 46 RBIs, and 16 home runs.
8-2 in one-run games this season.
That's a remarkable stat when you think about it, Tony. If the game gets tight and close late, you can always count on the Cowgirls. They seem to really know how to close games well. Could win the national championship. Personally, I think it's going to be the Iowa Hawkeyes. Why? 2 words. Caitlin Clark. Consider some of Clark's accolades this season. She's now the all-time leading scorer for not only women's basketball, but both women's and men's. We are returning a lot of starters. It's very similar to last season when we exceeded expectations. So I think there are great things in store to expect this season.
Don't count the Cowboys out.
Absolutely not. Ollie for Heisman? We'll see.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs look to get back in the win column following last week's meltdown. Meanwhile, New England's already eliminated from playoff contention, but can play the huge role of spoiler today, as a win would shake up the AFC playoff standings. Cowboy baseball heads north to Manhattan for a 3-game weekend series with the Kansas State Wildcats. Despite a narrow 8-7 loss to Dallas Baptist on Tuesday, the Cowboys have played exceptionally well lately. The team is 13-4 in its last 17 games. Cowboy wrestling comes off a 34-9 rout of, guess who? Oklahoma, last weekend, and looks to continue dominance versus Iowa on Sunday. This match should be much more competitive. Iowa visits Stillwater with an 11-2 record, while OSU looks to defend its home mat. It's now our pleasure to welcome our Ocala assistant sports editor, Ashton Slaughter. Ashton, how are you today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me, Griff.
Of course, it's an honor to have you here. I know you in particular have had a lot of experience covering wrestling. About John Smith, were you shocked by this news after 33 years of coaching, or was this no surprise to you?
You're never totally expecting someone like that to retire, and so I wouldn't say it wasn't a shock, but it definitely was kind of a surprise too.
John Smith's resume is unmatched. He has an ongoing list of career accolades. 5 NCAA team championships, 3 individual titles, 153 All-American honors, 2 Hodge Trophy winners, and I'm sure you know many more accolades of his as a player as well.
Yeah.
Of everything he's accomplished, which of these feats stands out to you the most? What really says a lot about his overall career?
Oh, man. I guess to me, I would say the gold medals from both a coaching and a wrestling standpoint.
Cowgirl tennis continues its hot streak, this time taking care of business in Lubbock, crushing the Texas Tech Red Raiders 6-1. OSU comes off a 12-2 triumph over Utah Tech, winning via run rule in 7 innings. In that game, Colin Bruggeman was hot at the plate, going 3 for 4 and driving in 4 RBIs.